Marshall School is in its centennial year. That means our school is 100 years old. Let's take a look at our wonderful school through the years. We know this is a very old photo of Marshall School. There is no parking lot, there are no shrubs, and there was also no addition at this time. And did you know, students, that Marshall used to be a K to 6 school? Yes, Marshall went from kindergarten through 6th grade. Now here are the shrubs that are so familiar to us. This photo was taken from Grove Park, and you can clearly see the addition. Those are the new parts of the school that were added on. And these next few photos are going to look more like Marshall as we know it. Did you know Marshall used to have an auditorium? Take a good look and see if you recognize this space. If you guessed the library, then you are correct. Look at arrow number 1 pointing to the windows. Those are the windows in the library. And arrow number 2 pointing to the chairs. That is the main portion of the library, where the tables are located and where the bookshelves are. Take a look at the stage within the green rectangle. Look closely. Can you guess what's behind that wall? Students, it is the gymnasium. This tree in front of Marshall is now huge, but this is when it was first planted in honor of a long-term principal named Mr. James Madden, who was loved by many students and people in the community. The plaque reads, "Dedicated to James F. Madden, educator and friend to children, June 1984." Let's see some Marshall students over the past several decades. This photo is from 1954, and students were on stage performing a play titled The Little Engine That Could. Here is a 3rd grade class from 1956 and a 4th grade class from 1957. This is a 1st grade class in 1957. Here's a grade 6 photo from 1959. 6th grade graduation photo in 1962. Here's the student orchestra, also in 1962. This is a 4th grade class in 1976. They took a field trip to the ATM. That's right. Now, that might sound a little strange to you, but ATMs didn't always exist. So when it was invented, it was a big deal and everyone was really excited. Here are a few more old photos. Sixth graders in 1968. This is a 2nd grade class and a 3rd grade class, both from the year 1971. This is a 1970s field trip to Grove Park. Halloween assembly in 1972. And here's a 4th grade class in 1973. Here, students are waiting for their bus. The 6th grade graduating class of 1974. Now, which Marshall teacher might this be in this 1975 kindergarten picture? It's Ms. Caplis. This is a Marshall Brownie troupe from sometime in the late 1970s. These students sure look like they're having fun on stage. And we cannot forget Ms. Helen Sandquist. She was a long-term teacher here at Marshall School. She worked for 45 years until she retired, and there was a big article in the newspaper about her. Let's take a look at some artifacts. On Spirit Days, we wear Marshall shirts with the owl logo, but this is the original Marshall t-shirt. Marshall School published a book of favorite recipes. Look at this old kindergarten report card from 1975. We found a book filled with children's writing, and when we opened it, we saw a familiar name. This is Mrs. Weitsch's husband. This is a program from the 1987 Jefferson Marshall Variety Show. And this is an award a student received for being a great bus monitor. We were very lucky to have former Marshall students visit with us. Students were captivated as our guests shared about their time at Marshall. There were no computers. There was no internet. Teachers wrote on chalkboards. Many remembered that they couldn't wear sneakers to school, and there was no cafeteria. They went home for lunch each day. The students in Miss Caplis's kindergarten class then sang a song that she sang at her own 6th grade Marshall graduation many years ago.
So Miss Greta was so kind, she's going to help us sing this song, okay? Young friends, strong hands, strong hands, strong hands, strong hands. Ready?
Let's take a peek at some of the principals over the years. Principal James Madden. Principal Ed Krause. Principal Pat Brown. Principal Angelica Allen McMillan, who is currently the Acting Commissioner of Education for the New Jersey Department of Education. Principal Benita Patterson Samuels. Current Principal Raquel Horn. Mrs. Horn and Mrs. Swiberius are thrilled to lead Marshall into the next century. Now let's sing Happy Birthday to our school.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.